Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Ko'oloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chahakadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M, Ahwaf, that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Awak. It's coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. Driving, so I'll be roughly paraphrasing scriptures unless I pull up at a light or something like that at the plantation. But you know, just wanted to just hit the record button and expose Esau. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to expose the enemy of the Lord. The main enemy of the Lord is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the main enemy of the Lord. When you go into Psalm chapter 83, you're going to see that the tabernacle of Edom, he's the main enemy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and which in turn means that that this man is the enemy of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These people not driving right, fucking trees down, lights out, and these people don't know how to boogie in it, man. Anyway, but this man, he is the enemy of the Lord, and he's the enemy of the Israelites, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We try and tell you by the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to wake up, to repent to the Father Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai. Romans 13:11, it says it's high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. And how you do that is repenting to the Father Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai, because that's the true names of our power. Not no white Jesus, not no white God named Jehovah, none of that shit. The letter J was invented in 1524 by a grammarian named Giorgio Trissino. So 2,000 years ago, there was no letter J, so the Lord's name couldn't possibly be Jesus. And you can, that's a simple Google search. You know, you got AI out here now. AI give you the information that you need. All you got to do is just ask some simple questions, man. It'll break things down for you. You know what I'm saying? It's no excuse no more to not know this particular type of knowledge, man. When you have the internet, like as vast as it is right now. Now, don't get me wrong. Esau, he has made things a little biased in there because they don't want you to know the real truth, but you do some digging. But the names and stuff, that's really simple stuff. But I wanted to get this article. It says, white supremacist group demonstrates on Capitol Hill ahead of America's 250th celebration. A self-proclaimed white supremacist group demonstrated on Capitol Hill on Independence Day. The group, Patriot Front, is recognized by the Southern Poverty Law Center as a white nationalist hate group that is an offshoot of the Vanguard America, a now inactive neo-Nazi group known for leading the deadly 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. Right? So this man's history is out here, you know, and he's always been that way. He's been that way since he brought you so-called blacks here. And see, this is a spiritual war. Because the two main characters in this particular movie, so to speak, is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, or we should say Israelites, because that's their biblical name, and the Edomites, Esau, Edom. Everybody else in this movie, even though they're enemies too, these other nations are enemies of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans too. But your main enemy is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Now, when you go into Psalm chapter 83, of course, you get all the enemies of the Lord, and they're the enemies of the Israelites. So they're going to always hate you. That Ezekiel 35:5, it talks about how they have this perpetual hatred for you, and how they've shed the blood of the children of Israel, and they're on that tip right now. They're ready to shed your blood once again. These are very wicked, hateful people. Job 9:24, it says that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So now Deuteronomy chapter 30:7 goes off into how these curses would be reversed, basically, or these curses, our enemies, these curses would reverse back onto our enemies. And that's starting to happen. So you're starting to see Edomites that's not doing well. These so-called white people, they're not doing as well as they used to do. This new generation, you know, and then the older generation, the ones that's still alive, that can remember, you know, because you got some of them that's old enough that, you know, that were children when some of our great grandparents were still enslaved. They watched hangings as children. They watched, you know, people being burned and things of that nature as children. They were, that hatred is upon them, man. They've always had it. You know, they're not going to get rid of that hatred, man. They're going to always have that hatred because that's the way that the Lord set it up. Because when you go into Genesis chapter 25, it gives you, the Lord tells Rebekah basically that, you know, there's two nations that are in your wombs. When you read it in other versions, it talks about two rivals, that these two nations will be at each other's neck, basically, because they're already fighting within the womb. He said that there will be two manner of people in thy womb. The one people shall be stronger than the other people. So now you have a fight where Jacob has the birthright, citizenship, so to speak, where he has the birthright as the firstborn, which Esau should have had, so they're mad about that. Then he also has the blessing, which really choked them up. That just killed them all off. So he's living in his kingdom right now, and that kingdom is coming to an end, but they're going to fight to try and keep it going. That's how you know that they're not real Christians, because if they were real Christians, they would say, you know what? We've had a good run. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for allowing us to rule the amount of time that we did rule. But these people are not righteous people. They haven't even ruled according to the way that the Bible says to rule when they had the Bible all this time. They actually done wickedness with the Bible. That's why that Psalms 50 and 16, it talks about what is thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, since thou hatest instructions and castest my words behind thee. You had this dude Trump, he's standing there and he was talking about how basically don't let no one make you ashamed of pretty much overall being white. Don't let nobody tell you that our heroes were oppressors, which they were. Like how, you know, he stood there with that 250th anniversary bullshit and actually said that shit. Our heroes weren't no oppressors. What the fuck do you call slavery? Isn't that oppression? These motherfuckers that you have with these statues all over the place. On horseback, what's this guy, Teddy Roosevelt? He's on horseback, you know what I'm saying, with a so-called black man on one side in chains, and the so-called Native American Indian on another side with chains. That wasn't oppression. And then what else did he say? He said, basically he didn't want their kids, because you know who he's talking to. He wasn't talking to all you Americans. Their kids to feel ashamed about their history. Well, if you don't want them to feel ashamed about their history, why are you taking all the shit down from out of the museums? You should teach them to be proud of what they done, while claiming to be Christians. And he talking about God, this, and then it held on the damn place. Looked like damn tears was rolling down the mountainside of the those presidents' fucking faces, like they was fucking crying or something. Because he wants his face up there. They actually talking about petitioning to put a fifth face up on that shit. They want Trump to be the fifth motherfucker carved into those mountains, man. So you have to realize who you're dealing with here. And Jake not waking up because, well, Jake, a lot of Jake are, don't get me wrong, but it's not the way that the Lord is telling them to wake up. The Lord is saying, wake up and come out of her, my people. Come out of this place. Come out. You know, this place will sorely destroy your ass, man. Micah 2 and 10. This is not your rest. But you had niggas out here popping fireworks. Niggas, you know, was buying them overpriced ass pork ribs to throw on their damn grill. And the ones that didn't celebrate it, they don't really know the real true deal. So I can kind of see the little look on the Edomite's face when I told him, like, nah, well, you know, I'm not American. But I had told him that before. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't go all up into, the Israelite thing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he did mention that damn Ethiopian Bible to me. And that's how we ended up got to talking. He said he just had bought one. I'm like, I don't know why. Yeah, I didn't tell him that. I don't know why. But, I don't know why he really got it. So he don't know the fucking scriptures. Because I was giving him some history. I kind of tell him about a little bit of history and stuff like that here and there. But other than that, I don't go off into it real big with him. But he kind of picked up on some things. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. There's a lot that you don't know about the scriptures, that you people don't have nothing to do with the Bible, that you shouldn't have your hands on it. And he's a proud Trump supporter until I guess he's seen that, he probably still is though, but he's really upset about the way Trump been doing shit. He has kind of mentioned that, like he don't like, he was really thinking Trump was going to come in there and really make America great again. He didn't know that he was going to come in there, make him and his family rich and no one else, but anyway. Come on, man. What are y'all doing? Motherfuckers just be on the damn fuck, man. It says the group advocates for preservation of white European culture, viewing multiculturalism, immigration, and diversity as existential threats to its vision of America. Well, it is a threat because your women are not wanting to deal with you. Your women are out here dealing with so-called black men. Yeah, so it is a threat. You out here with your flowing locks and your perfectly manicured nails and your perfectly shaved little beard that you might have. Your women don't want you. You out here in the gym, you know what I'm saying, trying to get your pecs and your six pack together and your muscles, and your women still overlooking you. Your women overlooking you for Jake that don't even work out. Straight up, Jake in the hood knocking your women down. Seeing all these brown babies pop up, they Israelites. And that's what Esau really can't stand. See, when you lose your women, they always say that. You lose your women, it's a done deal. It is a done deal, and they can see it. Here you go, you got the star football player. You know what I'm saying? You know how they be with them so-called white boys, like they just the truth. He's the star football player. And the main cheerleader on the fucking on the cheerleading squad, she's dealing with a nigga that he coming off the bench. Esau hates that, man. He's starting to see like, well, damn, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? We done lost, but that's the Lord, man. The Lord has snatched your luster away. No one believes in you anymore. You're out of style, man. You know how you have like a certain little clothing trend that pop off, like bell bottoms back in the days. You see a motherfucker wearing bell bottoms right now, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what the fuck, man? Where the fuck you going? No, you ain't going nowhere with me with them bitches on. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out here with them skinny jeans and shit. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, probably a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. Esau not in style no more. Things that people used to do. No, you're not in style no more. You used to be the shit, but you're not no more. You're not no more, man. And that's what they don't want. They don't want real, true equality, because they know if Jake really get on an equal footing with them, they can't handle Jake. It says, according to the Associated Press, hundreds of uniform members of the group could be seen wearing white masks, carrying drums, combat shields, and flags. The group could be heard chanting, "Reclaim America." See that? As they marched past the U.S. Capitol building towards Union Station, group members were also seen crowding several metro stations. And that's where you got this, let me see right here. You might be able to still pull it up. Unless it, what the fuck, man? I ain't going to that. Damn, it didn't go back to it. But this woman, so-called black woman, right? She was on one of those metro trains. She was the only black woman on there. And she wasn't even afraid of their asses, man. So, Esau, that's how he gets down. He wants you to, when they got numbers, they good. They got numbers, they good. You fuck around, you see Esau by himself. Oh, hey, how's it going, man? How's it doing? He want to hold out all this small talk with you. Get to talking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But he get numbers on you. He get them numbers on you. He gonna fuck with you, bro. He for real. That's why we tell you, You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you women, you had to be circumspect. That Ecclesiasticus 32 and 11, it goes off into getting up B time. Getting thee home without delay. You know what I'm saying? Get up, handle your business real early if you can, and get on back home. You got a job, you got to go to work, handle your shit, and get the fuck home. You know? Try and, group up a lot of shit in one trip. Don't just be jumping in the car, oh, goddamn, I got to go back, I got to go. Make a damn list. Do that shit in one day. You need to shop, you need toilet paper, you need fucking pencils, paper, whatever the fuck you need. Get all that shit one time. That way you ain't out and about so much. And you'll save gas. But that Ephesians 5 and 15, it goes off into walking circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Redeeming the times because the days are evil. Because these people will fuck you up. They catch you somewhere. You all out and about at a goddamn baseball game. You at an NFL game. You at an... Look, these people get out there, man. They get numbers and they get a couple of beers in them. They drunk. They got a couple of shots in them. Probably off some damn drugs, too. They will fuck you up, man. Especially you women and children. And you elderly. Because they go after the weak. That's what Esau does. He's notorious for that. That is his style. Because I put a comment on a story. And it was just a regular, simple old comment, man. You know what I'm saying? But them Edomites, man, they didn't like that shit. They act as if, you know what I'm saying, you Negroes, so to speak, that you're not taxpayers and you don't have anything to say about America. Now, bitch, I pay taxes. I'll say what I want to say about this motherfucker, just like you do. That's the reason why y'all clowns go out and vote, because you feel like, well, I pay taxes and this is what I want and this is what I want. Well, damn it, I can at least have an opinion. Because I'm not going to vote, but you taking taxes from me, I can say this place is fucking trash. And it is. Anyway, I'm pretty much about at my destination. I wanted to just kind of chop something up. You know, I kind of got the Edomite out of my vehicle. Had to drop his ass off somewhere. You know, and he mentioned that Ethiopian Bible, and we was just kind of kicking it on some regular shit. But I was like, you know, one part of the subject, I explaining to him in the Bible that everybody is not who they saying they are. You know what I'm saying? As far as these different, I think we was on the subject of the continents. I told him that, you know what I'm saying, there's really only 6 continents. It's not 7. Because Europe is not a continent. Europe is some made up shit. Europe, that place they call in Europe sits in Asia. And that's what I was explaining to him. But I told him, you know, the examples of it, you know what I'm saying? Me not, you know, like, nah, we're not Americans, man. Come on, man, what are y'all doing? We're not Americans. We were brought here in slavery, man. And it's just, that's the bottom line. And you may have a person now, they don't like that shit, but it's the truth. How the fuck am I American? I didn't take parts in none of the shit you done to get this bitch. We are descendants of the slaves that you fucking rounded up, kidnapped, brutally beaten, and brought here. That's the realness of. But see, Esau, he hates truth, man. But that truth is coming out and biting his ass. Because again, that 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, the man of sin, the son of perdition, is being revealed in these last days. And it has to happen because it's prophetic. It's going to happen because it's prophetic. There's nothing we can do about it. You can try and be tight-lipped about it all you want. But the Spirit gonna bring it out, man. And that's exactly what's been going on, and they can't take it. So, overall, as they tried to front with their celebration, they was overwhelmed with people talking shit about your inception of the place. That was that pretty much, that focus overshadowed all the bullshit. Yeah, and then they get to talking, oh, well, yeah, we do have imperfections, but look at all the greatness that we... No, you ain't done nothing great. The only thing that you've done is given the people throughout the globe the ability to self-destruct. And that's exactly what's been going on. The whole planet is tainted by your power that you've exhibited. And everybody has the ability to self-destruct. Look at all these fat-ass people that's here in America. Motherfucker self-destructing just off a damn a McDonald's combo every damn day. A soft drink fucking your ass up. GMO foods. You can literally go get drugs anywhere. The craziest motherfucker can go get a gun at any point in the game. All he needs is an ID in certain places. If not that, hell, he can just go get one from some random nigga off the street. Self-destruct. You know? Here you go, you got man on man sleeping with man. Then he going home sleeping with his woman. Then his woman is committing adultery on him. And then this disease is being passed. Self-destruction, man. You name it. You can get fucked up just by walking outside breathing the air. Your water is fucked up. The ultra-processed GMO foods, man, like the whole thing is set up to fuck you up. But they're proud of that. They're proud of it. You don't have nothing to offer the world except death and destruction. That's it, man. So I'm going to end out there. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yasha Allah and a Bible ball.